Hi guys, in this video, I'm going to share some pro tips for FIFO workers to help you get the most out of your situation there and go on an upward cycle where you're really moving forward in life rather than down. Because you know a lot of FIFO workers are actually in downward spirals. Every year, every month, a lot of people find their health getting lower, perhaps a bit bigger around their waistline or cardio going down. Not to mention divorce, depression, addictions. So let me share with you a few things and a bit of the science behind so you can really get on that upward cycle. Now, it's not a matter of getting up here to any fancy high level. It's simply a matter of being in an upward cycle. Now, I say cycle because it's actually like a cycle or a spiral, as you know, maybe 6 days on, 6 days off, month after month, right? We end up being more of a spiral, where we're trying really hard, we're out there perhaps in the field, and then we're coming home and we're more relaxed, yeah? Our personal development in our mind actually works in spirals. Anyway, if you really put your mind into it and do things a smart way, a few years in FIFO, you might be able to retire. A few years, yeah. Well, it depends on where you're at. You know, if you've got big debts, obviously we've got to pay the debts off first. And I am not a financial advisor. If you want financial advice, go see someone like Matt Hearn over in Perth or Lisa Quagliati in Townsville. It's where I'm at. This is not financial advice. But you know, if you work really hard and save up a nest egg, and while you're saving hard, you put that into the right things, you can actually retire quite early. Now, at the moment, you look at Northern Star Mine. Northern Star Mining shares are the lowest they've been in like 5 years. So if you put all your money into Northern Star, or put some spare money into Northern Star Mines now, 5 years down the track, or every 5-10 years, the Australian share market tends to dump. You know, whether it be September 11, global financial crisis, or the big crash we had back in January, February at the start of coronavirus, right? So whenever we're in those down periods, the big down periods, you just throw tons of spare cash into that and you can actually retire 5 years in FIFO. Yeah, 10 years max. If you want to have a castle in France, like a friend of mine spent, I think, 750,000 Aussie on a castle in France. If you want to do that, a few more years, yeah, you got to work extra hard to get that. But you should be able to be in a very good financial position after 5-10 years of FIFO. So if you're not in that upward spiral, you're in the downward spiral or stagnating. So let me fix up how we can change some of those things so you can retire earlier. Remember, not financial advice. See Matt Hearn in Perth, Lisa Quagliati in Townsville for that stuff. Okay, firstly, we need to have a vision for ourselves. A vision. Right now, you might hear people talk about writing down goals. Great. Writing down goals is a great left brain activity. Our left brain, left hemisphere is rather logical. So it likes lists and stuff. But a visualization or a vision incorporates right brain. That's why you can write things down and that works, but we want to activate the right brain as well and get pictures. We need to have a picture of ourselves using our left and right brain together. Yeah. If you really want to remember a list like a shopping list, create a picture to go with it. Yeah, I taught this to my kids. I go to the shops, I'll have like 5, 10, 15 things on the shopping list. I taught the kids how to make a picture or a memory palace and they can remember all the lists, yeah, all remember names, right? So our vision and our goal, vision and goal, we need the left and the right. We need various time frames. Maybe 3 months, 3 years, 30 years. 30 years? Yeah. But maybe your 30 years is very vague. I have a goal that when I'm 82, I am fit and healthy like one of my trainers. I flew over to Portugal a few years ago to meet with one of the 2 gentlemen who created this field called neurolinguistic programming. I went over to study with the fucking creator of the thing. He's 82 years old, bouncing around the room. He rides bareback horses and flies planes. I want to be like him when I'm 82. I want to be like him when I'm 82, right? So that's my long-term goal, my long-term vision of who I'm going to be when I retire. Yeah. Okay. Now I've got my shorter, medium-term goal, and I've got my shorter-term goals. Okay. So short, medium, long. Some people will break that down more, but that's enough. Yeah. This short, you might want to use a birthday or Christmas. Yeah. And now we've got left and right brain, multiple time frames. What's more important, to have a big goal or to be achieving goals? What's more important, to have a big goal or to be achieving small goals? I think it's achieving small goals. So I think it's more important that we get into the habit of achieving, the habit of getting less and less around the waist, the habit of maybe for some people reading a bit more, the habit of being a bit more mindful, the habit of being a bit more from the heart of family. It's more important that we become people that reprogram our brain and slowly move forward. So rather than big goals that are hard to reach, I recommend maybe knocking them down a little bit so they're a bit easier to achieve. Looking at a scale from 1 to 10. If the goal's at 10, I'm not going to make that. I'm not even going to try. If the challenge is way too hard, we won't try because we know we won't succeed. If the challenge is too low, say 4 out of 10, it's not worth doing. So goals in motivation needs to be in a bit of a sweet spot. This is also in line with Mihai Csikszentmihalyi when he talks about flow. Wonderful book. The challenge needs to be around a 7 out of 10. So it's got to be, the goals have to stretch us, but not too much. Yeah. Maybe you set 4 goals and you hit 3. That is brilliant. If you hit 4 goals and you hit all 4, make more, or make them a bit higher. Yeah. So if you set 10 goals and you achieve 4 of them, you might not feel so good. If you set 10 goals and you hit all 10, you might need to set them higher and make them harder. But if you've written down and set no goals, well, you ain't going, okay? Some people can cruise up without setting goals. There's a variety of ways to do it, but hey, we all got to have some goal vision ahead of us that we're moving towards. Okay, now once we've got that kind of goal and vision, we've got to look at our motivation. So this goal and vision gives us something to move towards. 2 types of motivation, towards and away. Towards motivation, towards what we desire, and we have away from motivation. Towards desire is great. It gives us a destination, but sometimes we're sitting comfortable. It's all right. I'm comfortable here. I see a big goal like a castle. It's okay. I'm comfortable here. I don't have to move if I'm really comfortable here. Now, the second type of the motivation, the away from motivation, that gets us moving. Yeah. Now, if I look down and my wife is about to kick me up the bum, or my kids saying, Daddy, we don't see you enough, you know, or you got divorce on the cards, or if you see how once upon a time I was in, Thailand enjoying myself, and I saw a picture and I saw my weight. I saw how much weight I was putting on. I saw myself putting on a little weight, and I was like, oh, that weight drove me away. Seeing the weight I put on, yeah, that motivated me. The towards goal gives me something to move towards, yeah. Away from motivation, fear, the chance of getting divorced, the chance of not being good enough, fears and stuff can move us, but we need to know where we're going, which is the vision, right? So if people are too comfortable, they might not move. So if people are too comfortable, we might need to remind them of some of those fears and get some away from motivation to get them moving, and then the towards motivation, desire, to get them moving in a particular direction. Just imagine a house, you're in a house and the house is on fire. You're moving, yeah? Imagine the doctor says you're cancer. Ooh, you're moving, but what are you moving towards, okay? So both motivations are important. Away from motivation gets us moving quicker, but towards motivation gives us a destination. Use both. When a doctor says you have a heart, you're on the edge of dying, what the doctor should be saying is, now do all this. Yeah. Okay. One more thing about motivation, maybe a couple. Gut. Gut is incredibly important. Alcohol messes up the gut. Bad food and diets mess up the gut. Gut is where motivation comes from. So look after your gut. I'd like to suggest make some of your first goals around improving your daily eating habits and your thinking habits. Work on having a better mind and a better body, better gut health, and that will get you moving quicker in every kind of field, okay? Now, a couple of short ones for you. Be aware of white light. You guys might know it already. White light messes up your body. Just be aware of it. Use it to your advantage. When you want to wake up and start your cycle, use the white light. But when you're going to bed, have your lights out. Television screens, pads typically give you bright light and they mess you up a bit. Earthing out, you should have time with your bare feet on the ground. It might be hard, but see if you can get your bare feet on the ground. Now, all the electricians know it, right? Australian plug, positive, negative, earth, right? So when we walk around, we need to have our feet, bare feet sometimes to earth out. When you come home, maybe swim in the sea. Spend some time on the beach. Get barefoot, get amongst it, earth out. Another one, you are what you eat, right? So you do your body right, it'll be a lot easier to get motivation. Final thing, accountability. You might want to see a coach once every 2 weeks, a financial coach, a health coach, or a mindset coach. I'm in the mindset space. And when you work with someone like us, you can take anyone you like. But if you see for coach every 2 weeks, you're going to sit down and you should have a collaboration. Yeah. So let's say I've got a health coach. The health coach, I'm collaborating with them. They're helping me stay accountable to my goals. That's great. They're also sharing their advice and they're helping tailor make their plan. Financial coach, same thing. Mindset coach, same thing. Seeing a coach or committing to seeing a coach every 2 weeks will do amazing to get you moving towards your goals. Okay. Now you generally pay for that. So extra accountability, I think everyone needs is to have to share some of our goals, visions, or plans with our friends and our family. If our friends and family know we have these goals, they can help us. Yeah. Lastly, with that, put it in your calendar. Schedule in your calendar. If you like this video, copy the link, put it in your calendar, and watch it again in 4 weeks or something. Yeah. If your calendar has reminders in there, actual alarms that come up saying, remember, watch this movie, or remember, check your, yeah, that'll be great. Okay, so there you go. You get your visions and your goals right, get your motivation right, and get accountable. Okay, I hope you FIFO workers get a lot out of this, or if you know other FIFO workers or if your partners do, feel free to share it with them. Final little thing, try replacing alcohol. Sometimes I have water and rosemary or tea. You know, instead of having an alcoholic beverage prior to going to bed or after a shift, try some tea with rosemary or different herbal teas. You also get the anchoring thing. So every time you go to bed, you have a hot water, your body will get more and more used to it. And then when you're out on shift or at home, have the same drink before you go to bed, and that will work as an anchor. First thing when you wake up, maybe water and lemon or something. You do this every morning and something like that to after work. That's called an anchor. So we want to have a whole lot of positive anchors set up around this. Okay, sorry, got so much to share for you guys. Hope you can take some of that away and maybe repeat this video in a month or so. Thank you very much. Have a great day out there. Peace.